that is no country for old men. The young in one another's arms, birds in the trees, those dying generations. At their song the salmon falls, the mackerel-crowded seas, fish, flesh or fowl, commend all summer long whatever is begotten, born and dies.
Have a nice day. Oh no! Who's done that to your garden? Oh no! What a mess!
Caught in that sensual music, all neglect monuments of unaging intellect.
My feet are killing me. I can never work it out. Is it the shoes rubbing you or you rubbing the shoes? So, how are you feeling?
Ecstatic, delirious.
I know, you're all set to go.
My blood pressure's fine.
No, it was still high. And Mr. Chowdhury said we shouldn't take any chances.
Oh, it's all right for him.
He's your friend. He wants the best for you.
He's covering his back. Or revenge, I'm not sure which.
Anyway, it'd be nice having you here for another day. And how bad can it be? Having a nice rest, being waited on,
Nice rest? My dear young woman, I may look like a clapped-out old codger to you.
You look like nothing of the sort.
But it gives me no pleasure to lie around festering in God's waiting room like some geriatric basket case.
Blood pressure.
What again? You're going to have to do something about it. Dad.
Like what?
Get the police round.
And what the coppers going to do, you dozy mare?
Then why don't you get out of here? Come and live with us.
Just like that?
Like you should have done in the first place.
All right, Bill. You want to watch out, mate. Don't want to cut yourself. Only your throat.
Why don't you just clear off and leave him alone? You're disgusting. Do you know that? Picking on an old man. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Yeah, I feel terrible.
Pathetic little bully. You make me sick.
I'm coming over a bit queasy myself, love. Must be your face.
I'll tell you one thing, shall I? You're not half the man he was, and you never will be, as long as you live.
Oh, yeah?
You don't frighten me, you know.
You take care. See her, nearly wet herself. Nosy old cow! Later on, mate!
Afghanistan was Gary's first tour. The food was rubbish and the equipment worse. Hi, Gary. But, as he said, it was better than the enemy's. It's fantastic. It really captures the mood. I think it must run in the family. Harry must just got a B in her English lit.
It's like the Brontes all over again.
And an A in art and media and a B in psychology.
So they're really good grades.
Danny, I can't tell you. I'm just thrilled with the pair of them. After all these years of worrying, it's like...
Can you get on with those COPD figures?
Sure, no problem.
Now, please, Daniel, I don't want to have to keep asking you.
Actually, we were talking.
He suddenly recalled Sonia's words. Go to the crossroads, bow down to the people, kiss the earth, for you have sinned against it too, and say aloud to the whole world, I am a murderer.
Dad,
Morning.
What's he doing here?
what do you think?
I understand you've had some antisocial behaviour, Mr. Bridger.
Look, this is stupid. You can't just keep pretending it's not happening.
I can do what I want.
It's not safe, honestly.
I'm happy to look into it for you. You said there'd been some broken windows.
And the back door, and he's only just had it fixed.
When did that happen?
Day before yesterday.
Do you mind, you two? This is my house.
Will you please stop being so pig-headed?
I'm fine, thank you.
OK, sir.
sorry about that.
No problem. Just let me know if he changes his mind.
Well, surely you can still do something. It's not like we don't know who it is. Darryl Ross. He lives in Carsley Road. He's a complete animal. Him and his mates, they just won't leave him alone.
How many of them?
3 or 4 of them. Scruffy-looking Herberts, always drinking, messing about, you know the type. It's day in, day out, all hours. It never ends.
Any idea why?
Well, yeah. Don't you know about me dad?
Sorry, no, I don't know. Lizzie!
Well, you must have him on record.
How come?
Get in here now. Now! What do you think you're doing?
Dad, I'm not a child.
Just keep your nose out.
Such wonderful pathos.
What's that?
Consume my heart away, sick with desire and fastened to a dying animal.
What is your problem today?
Sitting around, feeling my age, alone.
How many visitors have you had?
Work colleagues mainly.
People who care about you, respect you, admire you.
Pity me, more like.
That's not true. Fine, you're not 25 anymore. You're a mature, rounded, grown-up man.
I'm rounded, I can say.
You've got perspective, experience.
Mostly bitter.
You're in the prime of your life.
It's very sweet of you.
No. I think you're marvellous. So please, just try and be positive.
Bridger William. Definitely the same bloke? Well, that would make sense, yeah. OK, thanks, Jeff. All right.
Oh, yeah?
Go on then, how much do you want?
Did you see the article?
Oh, yeah, your mum's over the moon with it.
How about you?
Pleased for you, mate.
But you didn't exactly agree about the war.
I think you've done brilliant.
Well, my editor thought so. Wants me to do some more. We thought maybe you could give us some leads.
Hey?
Crime stories, murders, with an angle for young people. Street gangs would be great.
All right.
Or the police, you know, human rights, corruption. I mean, how about the Masons?
Sergeant Hollins?
Afternoon, sir. Steady on.
Or is there a new drug we don't know about?
Forget it.
I won't mention any names.
It's not going to happen.
It's called protecting your sources.
I don't need protecting, thank you.
But you must have loads of stuff.
Jack, I'm your dad. Not your deep throat.
Oh, is the matter?
I don't know, I've got something. I don't know what it is. It's just itching all the time. It's right there and I can't reach it and it's driving mad.
Well, come on and I'll have a look at it.
I thought I made myself clear.
Yeah, you did.
I just want a bit of peace, that's all.
That's what I'm trying to get for you. And your daughter, she's worried sick. What's that then?
It's an electronic book. Don't worry, it's already paid for.
What are you reading?
Would you be any wiser if I told you?
Why don't you try me? My son's a bit of a writer, as it happens.
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. Brilliant goalkeeper. So did you take that up on the inside?
Same book 10 times over. Always 2 or 3 pages ripped out for rolling fags, you know. Then Lizzie sent me this in. Typical. I was just getting out.
Just a job, though, eh?
Over 200 bucks on that. Enough to keep me out, anyway.
You've got years on you yet, mate.
What's that, another sentence?
Definitely young Darryl, is it?
You can't really blame him, eh?
See, I had a word round the nick and they reckoned that Harry attacked you. He threw the first punch.
It was a long time ago.
He was just unlucky to crack his head on the bar.
I pleaded guilty to murder.
They said you should have pleaded manslaughter.
I killed Darryl's father. Now, you can't blame him for hating my guts now, can you?
Darryl! It's about Bill.
Bill who?
I think it's time you laid off him, mate.
So he's a grass as well as a murderer. What's he been saying?
Nothing, as it happens. You've got to stop making his life a misery.
In what way, like?
Harassing him, breaking his windows.
How about killing his family? Beating them to death in a pub?
He's done the time for that.
It's like my mum said he should have been hung for what he did. No. They always take the villain's side.
It's a bit rich coming from you, isn't it, with your form, shoplifting, possession, threatening behaviour? Look, all I am saying is, enough is enough.
Always the way, eh? No one ever thinks about the victim.
It's so annoying. Is the strap rubbing it?
Seen it yet, have I? Hey, leave it alone and get it infected.
It's been driving me nuts for days.
Oh, right. That is inflamed.
Oh, can you see it?
Sit still. It looks really sore. I'll get some cream. Keep your mitts off it.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hey, all right, matey. Hey, Game's getting all nasty. Come on, what are you gonna do, eh? Come on. Give us a swig of that. Oi, Billy, you want to sort this place out, mate. It's a right tip round here. People like you giving this neighbourhood a bad name. Criminals and that. Know what I say? Too soft by half. Life should mean life, that's what I say.
And then she says to me, well, why don't you try this on? I mean, Karen, honestly, I have never worn a snood in my life.
I think not.
I thought it was just going to be a quiet stroll around the lakes, not climbing Mount Everest.
Oi!
Oh, sorry.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I didn't think there was anybody here.
Well, you still should have knocked.
It's lunchtime. Yeah, honestly.
What do you want, Charlie?
Just the proctor skirt.
Well, go on then, hurry up.
No, your tricks barging in here. Top shelf. Is anything for a sneaky peek?
I really am most dreadfully sorry.
That will do.
I nipped out at lunchtime. There's a Bartok CD and an 8-page piece on Vaughan Williams.
Honestly, you're too kind.
And I thought we might try and get you outside for a little while later, after I finish my shift.
Sorry?
Well, there's no proper light in here.
I'm not a pot plant.
Thought it'd cheer you up a little.
Well, I wouldn't dream of putting you to so much trouble.
I wouldn't do it if it was.
Looks brand new to me. Got to be worth what, 200-300? Hang on, Colin, let me call you back.
Where is it?
What's that?
Don't push it, Darrell. Where is it?
You lost something then?
Where is it?
Can't help you, mate.
I'm warning you.
Well, go on then, have a pop. Want to go back inside, do you, where you belong? Well, come on then. That's right, Billy. Off you trot. There's a good lad. Oi, murderer! You read any good books lately?
I've had enough! Now, do you hear? Now, why don't you just have a pop and have done with it?
Get him off me!
Pack it in.
Dad!
OK. Why don't you give me a good hiding, eh? Why don't you? Be a proper man about it. Go on. I won't hurt you.
Get him away from me.
Pack it in.
I'll finish it and have done with it one way or another.
Right, you all saw that.
Just leave it, eh?
No, I want him charged for assault.
Don't be stupid.
You're my witness.
Come on.
You've made yourself a decent home for your family, and it's the one thing in my whole rotten life that I'm proud of.
They're your family too. But that don't matter, does it? You're too busy feeling sorry for them.
No, I can't risk it. Not for anything. I'm not having you dragged into the mud.
You can't leave it like this. Because he won't. Especially now.
You'd have thought I could have put up with it after 14 years of hell.
That's right. For me too.
Dear.
Traipsing halfway across the country to some filthy, stinking prison. Getting mauled, shoved about, treated like dirt. Just to see your own father stuck in there with the scum of the earth. And seeing him change. A little bit more every time you go till one day you walk in that room with all the little desks and the twisted faces and you have to look twice because he's just the same as them. Like he is now, look. Some sad, useless old jailbird. Better off in than out.
I'm sorry, love. You know I am.
Of course you're not. Because he just won't forgive himself. Will he? After all this time, when it wasn't even his fault.
You know, I remember the day that Darryl was born. I was down the Bell and Hounds with his dad, you know, wetting the baby's head. Heck of a night. Of course, it all ended in ructions. It always did when Harry was on the shorts. Slightest thing. And he was off. He never changed.
He never did change, did he? The fight wasn't your fault, was it?
But I'm not making any excuses to that lad.
Why? Because he lost his father? Well, so did I. Didn't I? And it's time I had him back.
I'm ever so proud of you.
Still, you were only as good as your last story.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
So, what's been happening?
Round here, nothing much.
There must be something.
Well, there was that big scandal at St Phil's.
Yeah?
It's awful, apparently. I mean, quite a few people died, some new superbug or something.
What happened?
Well, I wouldn't know. It was because it was covered up. I mean, it's a big conspiracy, went right to the top of government.
Seriously?
No, you idiot. Don't you think your dad ever phones me?
Thought you were ever so proud of me.
I am, but don't you think you should stick to what you know for now?
Well, like what?
Well, I don't know, student stuff, ban the bomb, save the world, all that stuff.
That's not news, Mum. That's history. No way, no way. Seriously.
Aye, lads. Oh, what's that smell?
I'll leave it out.
Not a funny cigarette, is it?
What do you want?
No statement. If you're going to press charges.
I'll see you in a bit, lad, yeah?
Yeah, right.
You're not going to scare me off.
I don't intend to.
You saw him assault me.
I saw him want to assault you.
He had his hands on me, didn't he? So just do your job and get on with it.
You won't be happy till he's back inside, will you?
Nope.
You do realise that he's still doing his sentence?
So he should be.
He always will.
How would you feel, if your old man was just lying in his grave?
Yeah, I know, but banging Bill up won't change that.
Well, it'll get him out my face, though, eh? I know Dad wasn't perfect. But you can say what you like about him. He was a hard-working man who looked after his family. Am I right?
As far as I know.
But look at my mum now. On her own ever since, drinking herself stupid. And my little sister pushing her pram around when she should be in school. And me, what have I got, eh? Nothing.
Darryl, we know you've had it hard. That's why we've all cut you so much slack.
Who?
The police, the social services, magistrates.
Oh, right. So I'm supposed to be grateful.
I don't know about that, but what I do know is you can't blame Bill for everything that's gone wrong in your life.
Well, it's a good place to start.
It's an easy place to start.
He left us with nothing.
No, your dad did that.
Yeah, after he topped him.
But we both know it was an accident.
Well, you lot sent him down for it.
Not really. He did that by refusing to defend himself, and he still won't defend himself, even after you've just robbed his house. So cut him a bit of slack. Just leave it.
I want him locked up, and you're my witness.
Fine. But I've got a witness as well, you know. So you walk out of Bill's house. I mean, you've pulled some stunts in your time, Darryl, but this is a step up, isn't it? It's breaking and entering, criminal damage, it's theft. That e-book thingy, that's got to cost a few bob.
You can harass me all you want.
No, it's you that does that. Do you really want your mum to come and visit you in prison? On top of everything else? Break her heart, I should think.
Typical copper.
I'm trying to do you a favour. You see, I don't think you're as tough as Bill. And I honestly think you wouldn't be able to hack it in there. But then again, maybe you should have a taste of it, try it. And then you know that Bill's been punished enough.
Hi.
You know, you really don't have to do this.
It's my pleasure. Right, so we just have to get you in here.
You are joking.
Well, Mr. Chowdhury did say.
He is getting his own back.
He's still supposed to be resting.
I am perfectly capable of walking.
I know.
What next? A tartan rug?
Dr. Carter.
You might as well get me a bath chair while you're about it, or a Zimmer frame.
This is my own time, and I'm trying to make you happy.
Darryl's got something for you.
Thanks. Listen, Darryl. I'm moving. You won't see me around here anymore.
Do what you like.
I know it can't have been easy for you when you come out of prison.
Nothing's easy for me.
Listen, I just want to tell you.
And I don't want to hear, get it?
Darryl, I just want to tell you how sorry I am about what happened to your father.
I don't want to hear anything from you.
Fair enough. You've got your pride. Just like your dad. And he was the best friend I ever had. Come on.
Good luck, Bill.
This is lovely. Thank you.
So, why all the gloom today?
Well, I suppose the poet put it best. An aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon a stick.
Unless soul clap its hands and sing, and louder sing for every tatter in its mortal dress.
You know Yeats too.
So get clapping, why don't you?
Maybe I should. You'll be telling me you like Dickens next.
About films. Casablanca.
Oh, everyone likes Casablanca.
Sideways.
I loved all the stuff about wine.
Burgundy's your favourite.
Tuscan, as it happens. I have a villa there.
That's amazing. You're so lucky.
Nothing too grand.
I adore Sienna.
Sumptuous.
Pisa, too.
Only when it's quiet.
And Florence.
It's my favourite city.
In the Magic Roundabout.
I'm a Dougal man myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was so stupid.
No, don't be.
I'll take you back in. I went to Pisa on a school trip.
Really?
You could hardly get near the tower.
Off the grass, gentlemen.
There's your story. A mighty Quinn.
Does he bully the other staff?
So, Quinn's head of admissions. He accepts or rejects every student. He's letting some in when he shouldn't.
This sort of thing often happens.
I feel that we're soulmates. Can you deny that you have feelings for me?
The death of a great scientist next on